Well, hey everybody, this is Patricia and I am traveling for history. And I have a book recommendation for you tonight. So let me just get the book up for you today. So I like to listen to my books as opposed to reading them. I find that I have better comprehension when I listen. So, and although this is not a sponsored video, if Audible is listening, I would love to talk to you. Here we go. So the book that I am listening to now, and I'm just about finished with it, is this one right here. Blitzed by Norman Ohler. Drugs in the Third Reich. Listed down here, this is an international bestseller. And so it's one of those freebies you can listen to on audible.com. And so it's exactly what it sounds like. It's absolutely fascinating, the drugs that some of these folks consumed. There was one that they talked about that they ordered all of the soldiers and officers to take when they were trying to take France, and how they were just supposed to stay awake essentially for 48 hours, and 17 days later, they pulverized France. So, and then all the cocktail of drugs that Hitler took. And it was described that before the start of the war, he looked younger than his age. And by 1943, he looked his age. And after that, he looked much older than his age. You know, the drugs had that kind of effect on him. You know, he was taking cocaine, which was actually stocked in pharmacies as a painkiller, and morphine, and other medications that I can't even begin to pronounce. But the book is absolutely fascinating. Now the person who narrates it is a man. Let me see if I can find who that is. Hang on a moment. Okay, got it now. The narrator is Stefan Rudnicki, capital Rudnicki. It was released, the Audible release date was March 7, 2017. It's read in English. And let me give you the description from the book. Quote, the Nazi regime preached an ideology of physical, mental, and moral purity. But as Norman Ohler reveals in this gripping new history, the Third Reich was saturated with drugs. On the eve of World War II, Germany was a pharmaceutical powerhouse, and companies such as Merck and Bayer cooked up cocaine, opiates, and most of all, methamphetamines, to be consumed by everyone from factory workers to housewives to millions of German soldiers. In fact, troops regularly took rations of a form of crystal meth. The elevated energy and feelings of invincibility associated with the high even helped to explain certain German military victories. Drugs seeped all the way up the Nazi high command, and especially to Hitler himself. Over the course of the war, Hitler became increasingly dependent on injections of a cocktail of drugs, including a form of heroin administered by his personal doctor. While drugs alone cannot explain the Nazis' toxic racial theories or the events of World War II, Oehler's investigation makes an overwhelming case that if drugs are not taken into account, our understanding of the Third Reich is fundamentally incomplete. Carefully researched and rivetingly listenable, Blitzed throws surprising light on a history that, until now, has remained in the shadows. And, it runs, 5 hours, maybe 6 on Audible. I have about an hour left to go. Ooh, almost done. And I just want to recommend the book. It's really, really good. Whether you want to read it or whether you want to listen to it on Audible or as some other source to listen to your books, hey, it's a great read. And I actually have another book because I've been listening to so many books recently. I listen at home and I listen in my car. When I'm coming home from a place I've filmed, once I get back on the main drag, turn off Google Maps and just listen to a book to get me home. So I recommend this book. It's so interesting, And the narrator, I like his voice. It's easy to listen to. I do have a few other books, and I'm thinking, am I going to be able to listen to this? Hard to say. It really does fall to the narrator not to have like a nasal tone or something, and this guy doesn't have that at all. It's fascinating material, and I think you'd like it. I really do. So anyway, Blitzed by Norman Ohler, great book, and available for sale on Amazon. There are books available on Amazon. And anyway, I'm sure you can find them even less expensive elsewhere if you look online. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. And if you like the content, you know the drill. Subscribe. What you waiting for? Personal invitation. Subscribe. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook, Traveling for History, 1L in traveling. I'm on Twitter, Traveling for High 1. That's Traveling for High with the numeral 1. And then I'm now on TikTok, Traveling for History, again, 1L in traveling. You'll find me, no problem. I've got a variety of videos up there. Some you'll see on YouTube, some maybe not. So anyway, this is Patricia, and I am Traveling for History. Until I see you again, you have a fabulous night. Thanks for watching. Bye.